team. I hope that you're doing well. Happy Wednesday. I wanted to walk you through the Emerald or Diamond Daily. If you don't know what I'm talking about, that's totally fine. Not a big deal. But if you do know what I'm talking about, I definitely want to bring you inside my daily walk with doing these sheets. And something that I want to talk to you first about is something that I've noticed. I see coaches who are crushing it and they're very faithful about doing these daily activities. Then I see coaches who aren't like that, and this is my thought about that. And again, this is not coming from a judgmental place. This is not coming from a place of what I think. This is all our own businesses. Like, it doesn't matter what you do. Is that some coaches, and even with the vital behaviors, they're not connecting their daily routine and habits to their why. They either don't know their why, or they're not realizing that if they show up every day and get uncomfortable and do these things, and not in a salesy way, but in a real, raw, relatable way, that is what's going to bridge the gap. And, I see these coaches who are doing these sheets and they're showing up relentlessly about it. And I'm like, they get it. They're connecting this daily behavior is going to get them to that why. Then the coaches who are like, kind of not doing it, making excuses for it, doing all that kind of stuff, they're not connecting that this daily behavior is connected to their why. And I think it's so important in this business to always rediscover your why and to figure out what you're fighting for. And because if you don't know what you're fighting for, why would you show up and do it, right? So let me walk you through the Diamond Daily that I'm doing. I love this. I love having a goal each day. I love being able to write it down. I love that. This is essentially what I do without the worksheet every single day, and I've been doing it for 2.5 years. Some days are better than others. Some I'm lazier than others, but I still do it and show up every day because I know if I just put in the effort, it's going to connect me to where I want to go, and I have to do it every single day. So, work challenge group. So what I did for this is I set up the 3-day refresh on the My Challenge Tracker app, even made a video for you guys on how easy that is. I scheduled all of the content, all of the posts, so it's not extra work I have to do later. I am starting to prep for the Core de Force prep group that we're going to be doing as a team. And I added all of the emails to the 3-day refresh on my challenge tracker app and got that ready, as well as my work one. And my challenge groups are always planned out. For the post in the team page, I did shout outs this morning for Nick and Kara. Before I did Monday motivation, I invited you guys to a 3-day refresh. I did Tasty Tuesday. I did other shout outs. I do shout outs every day in our challenge or in our team page. Schedule and create social media. So I did one on a workout focusing or my journey of excuses to making it happen, how I was a very excuse driven person to how I got over that. I went live that I talked about I don't want to work out with you if you just want to lose weight. And I today just talked about in the team page I talked about my why to all of you, but on social media, a game plan and why. I ran a coaching ad and then a love yourself post, and I just made one about, can you see past your bank account? Can you see past your current circumstances? Can you see past your busy schedule and all those kinds of things in order to get to where you are now? And you guys, my social media, I feel like Team Happy and Fit's social media game has insanely increased for the better. I'm noticing raw, real posts that are with conviction, that are actually your stories and not someone else's. I see you owning that, and I just can't help but think that's only going to connect you to people you want to work with and that people that get you. So continue to post with purpose and not just post to post, if that makes sense. I love that you're doing that. It's so cool. I added 10 people to my network. How I did that is I went to all the birthdays. And I've posted, if you look in our resources page on how to increase your network, it's all there. I went to the birthdays, clicked on whoever's birthday it was, and clicked on that, and then went to their friends list and just started adding people that we had 10 or more mutual friends. I have increased my friends in the last 2 days. I wrote it down to keep track. Actually, in one day, because I probably added 25 to 30 people. I added a little bit more than 10 each day. I went from 3,370 people to 3,380 people. So I grew my network by 10 people in the last 24 hours. And here's the thing, not everyone's going to accept. I don't care. I don't have time to think about that. I started this business with 360 friends. This didn't fall into my lap. I got myself uncomfortable because my why was so big that you are shutting the door on your business if you are not adding to your network every single day. You're shutting the door to it. Invite to the business. This is going to be the toughest one for you on this sheet. It's going to make you quiver. It's going to make you freeze. It's going to make you question. It's going to make you lazy. It's going to make you uncomfortable. It's going to make you not feel good because you probably are being too word vomity and you're not being yourself. So I want to show you what I've done to invite to the business. So one, we have our sneak peek. So that's always in mind. I want you to rechange this invite to the business to reach out to 5 people daily that I want on my team eventually. I'm not going to message someone and say, hey, want to join my team? Unless like some really cool thing they posted. This happened the other day to a girl named Brianna. She posted that she's lost 15 pounds and I messaged her and I said, Brianna, your post inspired me so much. That's incredible. What have you been doing? That's what I said first. She responded and I said, girl, would you be interested in doing what I do as a coach? You're already doing it and you already inspired me, so I can't even imagine all the people that you can inspire. And all I said was that. It has gone nowhere. But I'm hopeful because I'll follow up with her because we're continuing a conversation. And we had talked about it. She said she has considered it. So it's cool. So I sent a message to Lauren because she clicked going to our sneak peek. And so I said, hey, Lauren, I noticed that you clicked going to our sneak peek. I would love to talk to you more about that. I would love to give you more information. To Josh, I'm following up with Josh. So it's not just like a random invite. Josh has been on Shakeology HD and I messaged him and I said, hey, how are your results going? How's everything going with your health and fitness? Do you notice how I didn't say, want to become a coach? I just said, hey, how's everything going? How are your goals? How are they on track? And he told me and I said, look, you already believe in Shakeology. You're doing it every day. You might as well get the discount. I want to throw that out there. So I said that to Josh. Catherine, I went live on a video and she commented below about my hair. So what I did is I messaged her and I said, Catherine, thank you so much for commenting on my live video. It means a lot to me that you were there. I would love to connect with you. No, I didn't even say that. I was like, thank you so much. How are you? That's all I said. So that wasn't a coaching invite, you guys, but it's someone that could potentially be on our team. So I wrote her name down and I built a relationship with her. There's another girl, Jerry. She commented on my live video as well. And so I messaged her and I said, hey, it's so good to hear from you. And we have just been talking. I didn't mention anything about the coaching opportunity. We've been talking about her job. She's like, I love what you do. We've been talking about the gym. So I'm going to throw it in there in a little bit because I know the sneak peek is coming up. And after we've built a relationship, then I am going to say, hey, this has been so fun talking to you. Would you want to check out my coach's sneak peek to see if what I do would be a good fit for you? It's been so fun talking to you. I can't help but think you would be an amazing fit and asset to our team. So that's how I'll say that. If you do 5 conversations every single day, think about compounding over time of the relationships you're building, and then you're following up with these people. I took Erica into my messages and I was showing her them. There were 3 people in a row that saw it, and I don't pay attention to that. I don't pay attention to who checked it and who didn't. I don't have time for that. But 3 people in a row, and I was just showing her. I was like, look, 3 people, it says seen at this time and never responded to me. I don't care. I'm not going to slow myself down because people aren't responding. I don't have time for that. I'm going to send out more messages. So all I do when I am looking at my messages, you guys know I check my messages like once a day because they get overwhelming. Look, there I am going live. I click my messages. This is exactly what I do. I swear to you. I go here. I click unread. Don't click this marked as read. That's like the worst thing you could ever do. It's like terrible because then you have to go back. These are all, oh, I thought I just clicked it. That was a really scary moment, you guys, and I'm glad that I didn't. So I'm going to go through all these and answer them later. I have 26. I tried to pound through a lot of them today. I'm going to do them by tonight. I like sticking with the 24-hour rule. I'm only paying attention to these messages. I'm not going to go, and sometimes I'll explain how I do that. But if I go to my messages, I'm not going to go be like, well, this person looked at it. I'm the worst human being ever. And, whatever. I don't have time for that. Are you kidding me? Like, this person has seen it. This person has seen it. I'm not about to go do that. The only time I am going to look at my messages if I'm feeling stuck and I don't know who to message. Then I'll scroll through here and I'll say, let's see how Erin is. Erin didn't say anything. That's okay. I'm going to message and follow up with her if I'm having low traction. I'm just going to go message her and say, hey, Erin, how was your weekend? And if she doesn't answer again, I don't care. I'm still going to try. So the only time I go to my messages, you guys, is I go right here. I click unread. I have 25 unread messages. Typically it's at 40 every day. That's telling me I'm having a lot of conversations, and some of them might be with coaches, and that's fine. And it can get overwhelming. That's why I look at them once a day, because I'm not trying to get overwhelmed. But here's the deal. If I'm building 5 new relationships every day and then following up with those people, that's potentially 10 conversations every next day, and then it goes to 15 conversations, then it goes to 20, right? Some are going to filter and fizzle out, but do you see how that compounds over time? And then you're building these solid relationships, and you're like, man, I really would like to talk to this person. It's not that hard. So if you're like, I can't message someone and say, hey, you want to join my team? Here's my link. Please don't do that. So if you're getting tripped up on invite to the business, change it to build relationship with, who I would want to be on my team one day. Does that make sense? And I go really bold on my social media about joining my team, but it's nice because I'm building credibility there, and then they end up messaging me about that later, if that makes sense. Mentor a PS or downline coach. This is not just your PS coach. I mentored Molly yesterday, and we did a one-on-one. She's not my PS coach, but I mentored her. All you have to do is you have to go to your online office. Sorry. Oh, shoot. Go to graphical. Oh, you can't even do this. You go to graphical genealogy, okay? You look and you see who's in your downline. So in Miriam's downline, she has Gabby, she has Lauren, she has Lindsay, she has Kim, she has Shara, she has Liz, she has Jordan, she has Elena, she has Danielle. Those are all the people that they're not Miriam's PS coach. Sherry. Those are all the people that Miriam can mentor. She can mentor Erica. All those people are in her downline, and she could just say, hey, I noticed you're kicking butt at this, or hey, I wanted to message you. Or she can mentor her own PS coaches. So some of you new coaches are like, I don't have a PS coach. I guarantee you probably have someone in your downline that isn't your PS coach, but you should still reach out to them. And maybe you're like, I don't know how to mentor. You guys, it simply starts with trying. If you're going to sit there and say, I don't know how to do something, then you're just going to stay stuck. I didn't know what the heck I was doing when I built this business. And now I'm looking at my business and I'm like, wow, so glad I just took action and just decided to go for it. I didn't have time to think. And the reason for that is because I connected my daily activity to my why. Like Lizzie Parker, I've been talking about your why. What's your why? What's your why? What's your why? Because I see that I see you with your daily behavior, that is what is going to get you to your why. So I love to remind you of it, and it fires me up because I'm going to flip and fight for your why too. And I know you're going to fight for my why as well. So that is how I do my Diamond Daily. It's not hard. Don't make it complicated. Make sure you are doing your workout, you're having your shake, and you're listening to PD. and you are celebrating the process. You are celebrating every little thing you do. I can promise you this. If you're like, I'll be happy when I start making $250 on Team Cycle bonuses every week, you're not going to be happy if you think that's what's going to make you happy. Nothing will ever be good enough if you are not celebrating the things that are happening right now. The more successful you become in this business, the more failures you're going to experience. The lows are going to be even lower, but that's why it's so important for us leaders to celebrate every single process, because I've missed goals. I've gotten frustrated. I've never hated this business for a second. I've been disappointed in myself, disappointed in my hustle, and sad to see coaches not connect with their why and then give up on themselves. I think it's really easy for us to blame. I think it's really easy for us to get lazy. I think it's really easy for us to not connect with what we're doing with purpose. If you connect with your daily behaviors to a mission, you connect your daily behaviors to a passion and a purpose, you will fight for this, and I guarantee that. So I wanted to walk you through that. I would love any questions that you have, or any takeaways that you have, or a kick in the pants that you needed, that you heard that you were going to implement right away. It's not hard to start 5 conversations every single day. Is it inconvenient? Sure. If you've had a long day, you're feeling exhausted, you maybe even are a little sick, I don't care. I know what your why is. I know what's going to get you to that why, and it's not going to be you complaining and making excuses. Just saying it straight up. And the reason I'm saying it straight up is because I care, and because I know sometimes I need a kick in the pants too, and I know you can do it. I know you're capable of doing it. I'm not going to allow yourself to believe that you're not capable. You are. If you are building a bridge to freedom, and that's the thing, when coaches go inactive, and maybe they're in this for the discount, that's fine. But people who are initially in it for the business building, they get defeated and they're filled up with fear. Simple as that. And it's like, dude, I get a lot of rejection too, but that's not going to stop me from freaking getting to what I need to do to get there. And it's not hard talking to people. It's uncomfortable at times. But if I know that being outside my comfort zone and starting 5 new conversations is going to take me to that next place, and yeah, it's going to take a lot of baby steps to get there, heck yeah, I'll do it. I wouldn't trade anything for what I'm doing right now. The fact that I can work with all of you, be on my phone, decide when I work, who I work with, what I do, share my faith, be me. People want to work with me because of me. People reach out to me because of my story. Get in health shape and get in happy shape, and do all those things, and inspire people and educate them and motivate them. I would not trade what I'm doing right now for any goal that I've missed, for any frustration that I've ever had, for a minute. That stuff has been hard, but it hasn't broken me. So, reality check. Are you doing what you need to do? Are you looking at your daily behaviors as something that's going to get you to that goal-crushing why of freedom, and whatever that may be to you? Maybe it's to give more to other people. Maybe it's to pay off a whole lot of debt. Maybe whatever your why is, if that is something that convicts you, you will show up no matter what. Okay, I'm done now. I'm just fired up because I feel the momentum in our team. Our posts have become so legit, so real, because you're sharing your story and not someone else's. And I just see you taking off, and you just have to trust this process. I was taking a couple coaches back into when I first started. Their volume is way higher than when I first started. I had 0 people helping me. I was an Emerald coach for a year and a half, so my Team Cycle bonuses were for less money. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, that's fine. But like Diamonds now, and I'm looking at their Team Cycle bonuses, and I even like showed them and took them back, and I was like, that's how much I made. I missed out on hundreds of dollars because I limited myself. I made Diamond way too complicated. You are missing out on, and it's not all about money. I get that. Don't think I'm about rank and money, but I am just saying, whatever your why is, and that elephant that sits on your chest at night, and if it's truly that like conviction where I think about, man, I don't want my kids to ever know the struggle of finances. I want to help my mom out and give her $500 a month because I know that would just be a huge blessing to her. I would love to do some kind of program at a school that has to do with health. I would love to give back more to my church. I would love to give a scholarship to someone. I don't know. I want to do that stuff. And I know the way that's going to happen is if I continue to move forward. So yes, you heard me say it. For a year and a half, I missed out on hundreds of dollars because I was stuck at an Emerald coach. You do not realize this, but it's true. And I don't care if you're like, Julianne, I don't want to hear about this. Then fine, that's totally fine. Like, this is what you're in it. Like, you get to decide, but don't get turned off by the fact that some people just, they're wise. Maybe like they don't have another choice other than to just keep going. Real fast before we go, a Diamond in Team Rockstar Fit today shared that 2 of her coaches had been working for 10 years and another one for 20 years randomly let go and fired this week. They had Beachbody to fall back on. Their jobs were locked in before. I don't know about you. That is terrifying to me. That is so scary to me. I'm telling you, Beachbody is a blessing. It's a gift. And it can change your life, and it can make you less stressed. It can make you more purposeful, and it can allow more blessings than you can even begin to imagine for other people. All right. I'm for real done now. I appreciate you all. I'll talk to you all later. And just make sure your daily activity is aligning with your why. I love you all. Team Happy and Fit, you're seriously the greatest. And you're amazing. And I love your energy, your positivity, and your support, and all of that. I will talk to you later.